Hi everybody. Hey my wolves. Thanks for tuning in. Today, let's go ahead and talk about getting these eggs preserved. I had made a video in the beginning of the week when I was purchasing these from Sam's Club. I had to do some other videos and get some work done and schoolwork and housework, but here I am. So let's get started. First, I would like to introduce myself to those who may not know who I am and may be a first-time viewer. Hi, my name is Ms. Woo. Welcome to Ms. Woo's World. So I'm just a daily vlogger. Pretty much I vlog about what I do in a day in life with me. I have some hidden talents like everybody else. My woos are my subscribers. So if you want to become a woo, just hit that subscribe button. Watch this video as I talk you through it. So the way that we're going to preserve these eggs, I've been seeing it on the internet, and it's amazing. It's paying up front. I feel for your eggs and your produce needs. And there is a certain way that you want to preserve them. I went on the USDA website page and I found out exactly how we can just handle this safely, making sure that we, for one, don't ruin good eggs, don't waste our money ruining the eggs, and we don't make ourselves or family and friends sick while preparing them and trying to feed them. So these are some of the things that we're going to need. Of course, we're going to actually need the eggs. You're going to need some salt or sugar to preserve them. I'm just going to do salt. But if you do want to do salt and sugar both, what you would want to do is get some Ziploc bags. And I do prefer Ziploc because they zip tight and then those odors won't get in or out. So yeah, and some parchment paper so that you can lie down to actually crack the eggs on. You're going to need some muffin skirts and a muffin pan. If you do not have a muffin pan, that's fine. You can use any pan, but you will need muffin skirts for sure. Another thing that we're going to do, because the egg can't just be cracked and the yolk set in the skirts, we're going to mix them. We're going to beat them. So what the USDA is saying, either we're going to separate the yolks from the whites and freeze that way, or we're going to beat, add a little sprinkle of salt or sugar and do it that way. And I did mention Ziploc bags, and that way you can label the ones that you prepared in sugar as sugar, and then the ones you prepared with salt as salt. And when you make in like salty ingredient, you can actually use the salted eggs. And if you're making cakes or cornbread, things like that, use the ones that you preserved with the sugar on. All right, so let's get started. First, we're just gonna crack about 12. So we're gonna actually crack 12. My family went egg crazy. So this is 15. It was 15 dozen of eggs for about 60 bucks. So yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna crack them. Instead of doing them one by one, I mean, we could do it one by one. That's what you don't want to do. But we could do it one by one. And one thing I wanted to mention is that, have you ever noticed eggs get really like gelatin-like, that they're calling it gelation sets up? And another way to help make that egg stay into the consistency is just sprinkle with salt. It does not need a lot. It does not need a bunch, just a little sprinkle to go on top of that egg. And you want to pause that for me? So this here is about 3 eggs that I'm going to beat. because you don't want to have to just beat one by one by one by one. We'll be beating and beating and beating and beating forever. And you do want to beat them because, see, once they freeze, of course, it's going to be a water. That condensation, again, is going to set up in there. You don't want that, so make sure. Now, if you do want to do your egg whites, do them separately. So yeah, this will not get us any sunny side up eggs. Unfortunately, just scrambled eggs and eggs to go in your food. And I mean, go on and just beat, 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 beat. You want to beat those eggs up. Put a bit much in that one, but that's all right. I mean, this is a genius idea. Ooh, that was a good one, and way to preserve the eggs. So like this, especially in this time, what's going on in the economy, not only in the economy, but with the bird flu and things like that, you'll have your eggs. And now this way, that salt will help preserve it and kill bacteria from growing, and it also helps against freezer burn. So like I said, before you go out and waste money and ruin expensive eggs and make yourselves and families and friends sick, please watch this video and please share it out so that your family and friends can see how to prepare these shell eggs the correct way, because there is a right way and a wrong way to do something. And what I've been seeing on the internet, it has partially been the wrong way. I see people go back to, you know, do it again and get it right. And adding that salt will not make the egg salty at all. So all we'll do is give it another stir. Well, no, we're not even going to stir, because they say for the salt actually to stay on the top. So we'll go ahead and pop these in the freezer. They say freeze anywhere from 5 to 24 hours. That way you will ensure that it's frozen completely all the way through. Now, one thing that I wanted to talk about before we end this video, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the whole box. Now, if you guys want me to do the whole box on a live or in a recording, hey, let me know. Get into those comments. Let me know. Say, hey, Ms. Wu, you know, we want to watch you preserve every single egg. That's 15 dozen eggs. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and freeze them. Once I freeze them, I'm going to store them in these Ziploc bags, like I said, and then you just pop them away in your deep freezer. Well, they'll last anywhere from 6 months to a year, even longer when you add the salt and you go about it that way. So yeah, thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you learned something. And like I said, when you do something, we want to do it the right way. We don't want to just cut corners for a YouTube video or to be money hungry or to get views. I really do care about you guys' health and safety. Again, this is Ms. Wu. Hugs and love.